Hello my friends, here we are again on a lovely rainy Vancouver night. I've got a big decision to make, and I figured out how to make it. I am not really that great at making big decisions. I waffle, I go back and forth. I'm like, oh, maybe, what are these? Here's the pros here, here's the pros there, here's the cons there, there's the cons there. Which way should I go? I don't know. So, what I've decided is I'm going to take 14 months to make this decision. And as I'm making this decision, I'm going to save money. So what's the big decision? Well, I'm deciding whether I should buy a brand new Ford Transit. I get the high top, 144-inch wheelbase, and do it to the nines. Like 600 watts of solar, 4 AGM batteries. Having a layout in mind that I would want to do, where I would do the bed on one side lengthwise. Since the Transits are only 70 inches across, before you insulate, it's not going to work to sleep across the back. So I'd have to sleep lengthwise. And what I would do is on one side I would have the bed, on the other side I would have a couch. But it wouldn't be the same size as the bed. It would be slightly narrower. The bed's going to be about, my current bed is 34 inches wide, and I find that to be fine. So I'd probably do the same, and then make the bed like maybe, or the couch I should say, maybe 2 feet wide. And then I could use all the storage underneath both of them for storage. Storage is a big thing, but in a way it's not, because I'm storing pretty much all I need right now in this van, and I really don't have that much. So, you know, if I put the cupboards at the top on both sides, and I have a kitchen unit with storage above that and below that, and then I have storage under the couch and storage under the bed, that should be fine. So anyway, I don't want to go down into too many details of what exactly the layout of the van will be, but I do have some ideas I'll share in some future videos. But what I'm doing right now, like I said, is I'm deciding if this is exactly what I want to do, because this van is going to cost me thousands of dollars. Talking like $40,000. And I've never bought a brand new vehicle in my life. Part of the reason I want to do it is because I've never had a new vehicle, and you know, I'm working for it, so there's no freebies. I'm definitely gonna have to work for it, but I save in advance. I should be able to pay off the majority of it in cash. I already have quite a bit of money saved up now, plus the value of this van, plus the savings I'll have over the year. I should be able to pay a substantial amount of the van off. The thing that makes me hesitate is that this is a heck of a lot of money. And, you know, to be really financially responsible, you shouldn't really buy a new van, because the minute you drive it off the lot, you've lost, you know, $5,000, $10,000. So they say. I don't know if I really buy that logic, because if you look on Craigslist and you see a brand new van is $41,000, like on the lot dealership, but if you look on Craigslist, a van with 5, 10, 20,000 kilometers is only $37,000 or $36,000. So really, you're saving $5,000. You're not going to get away without paying the tax. So if you can wheel and deal and have a few tricks up your sleeve, maybe you can get that significantly lower. So maybe instead of paying 41, you could pay 38, 37, maybe. And there's a couple ways to do that. One way is buy at the end of the month. because a salesman is always trying to meet his quotas at the end of the month. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy at the end of the year, because they want to reduce their inventory. The new year models are coming in, the 2019s are coming in, so they want to get rid of the 2018s. So I'm hoping with those two things in mind, I can save some money, and also have a few ideas I've read about online buying a vehicle and dealing with car dealership salespeople, which honestly they can be pretty sleazy. So one thing you do, always ask the out the door price. They'll tell you the wheel and deal and blah blah blah, and say, okay, here's the price. Okay, how about $1,000 less? And they say no, and you say, well, okay, well, see you later. And then you walk away, and they say, okay, $1,000 less. So keep in mind, what you've basically told the guy on the lot is you want the out the door price. So then when you're negotiating back and forth, you agree on a price, you get back into the office, and he says, oh, by the way, you have to pay the freight charge. Oh, by the way, we have to charge you $100 for floor mats. Oh, by the way, there's this levy and this fee. And he said, we agreed that was the out the door price. And if he says no, you say, okay, thanks for your time, talk to you later. And you start walking out the door. And you know, you gotta drive a hard bargain. I remember this one person I talked to who bought a brand new van. She said that basically her dad was helping her negotiate the vehicle price, and after they all had it all said and done, he says, I want $500 off this price. And the guy said, nope, sorry, I can't do it. He goes, okay, well, you have my email, you have my number, get in touch if you change your mind. And then they start walking out the door. So they get home, lo and behold, checks his email, there you go. 500, okay, we'll do it for $500 less. So if you play hardball and you don't back down, hopefully you can negotiate a good price. So those are some of the ideas that I have that I'm going to try, and believe me, in the next year I would look into it further and see what other kind of strategies I can employ to get the price as low as possible. Anyway, that's the decision I'm in the middle of making. Am I going to buy a $40,000 van? I can afford it. It's really not a sound investment in a way, because like I said, the value is going to go lower as soon as you drive off the lot. It's not like a house or even a condo. When you buy it, the value can actually go up and you can sell it for more than what you paid for it. However, on the other hand, the way I look at it is like this. I drive about 5,000 kilometers a year. That means in 20 years, the van's going to have about 100,000 kilometers. That's very little. And, you know, if I decide to live in a van for 20 years, that van should last no problem, 100,000 kilometers. Now, one of the things in the back of my mind is maybe when I retire, I will get an apartment. Maybe when I'm 65, 70 years old, I'll say, okay, I'm done with van life. Time to put my feet up and relax and enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I want the van to last 20 years. I think that's a reasonable expectation. And in that sense, you know, I got 20 years till I retire, and then I'll be 65, 67. Guess what? I'm only going to be alive another 20, 30 years after that. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts. This is the big decision I am in the middle of making. You could probably sense that I'm kind of leaning in a certain direction of buying the van. But I'm going to take a good 14 months to decide. Actually, 13 months now, since it's getting close to the end of November. I'm going to take over a year to decide. Worst case scenario, I've saved up a whole pile of money and I decide to do something else with it. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and be well, my friends.